Okay, mic check, mic check, mic check. Okay, I think that's better. 1 second. Actually, feel like I'm getting output now. Okay. Let me tighten this. Okay, mic check, mic check. Okay, we're good to go. Y'all let me know if that's too low or too loud. Anyway, welcome to another episode of Pro Wrestling Talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the YouTube, the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ, Jason Ingram. Hope everybody's been doing well, having a good week. Another weekend has arrived. We got a lot to talk about. Hold on, let me cut this fan on. Got a lot to talk about. So, for this episode, I'm going to be going over the current standings of the 5-Star Grand Prix for Stardom. I'm also going to go over the card for Stardom In Showcase Volume Number 2. So we've got a couple of matches for that. A new entrant has been added for the upcoming IWGP Women's Championship Tournament. And it's a big one. It's a really big one. Also going to talk AEW Grand Slam for both Dynamite and Rampage that took place this week. Going to talk a little bit of WWE, a little bit of New Japan Pro Wrestling, and actually a little bit of Impact Wrestling. Apparently Victory Road happened. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I'll at least mention what happened. But yeah, got a good bit to talk about. So yeah, let's jump right on into things. First off, before I get into Stardom, I want to give a shout out for Hikaru Shida. That's right. Hikaru Shida is now Shida 2 belts, as she and Ibuki Hoshi recently won the International Ribbon Tag Team Championships as part of the Ice Ribbon promotion. So that means Shida now holds that title and also the Wave Pro, the Regina de Wave Championship as well. So we got Shida 2 belts now. So she's, and actually Shida's a 5-time International Ribbon Tag Team Champion. She's won this title 4 previous different times, and this makes it a 5th time. So Shida's been very busy. I mean, between Ice Ribbon, Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, Wave, Makai, she's been very busy in Japan. So got to give it up to her. Staying busy. I love it. Anyway, let's get into Stardom. All right. So recently, they broadcasted 10 matches, 10 5-Star Grand Prix matches, and made them available worldwide. And they also had some matches earlier today. There will be a few more matches left. We got a few, I think 2 for Stardom In Showcase Volume 2, and then the rest will be on October 1st, which is the finals of the 5-Star Grand Prix. So let's get into the current standings. All right, we're going to start with the Red Stars. Okay, so with the Red Stars, sitting at the bottom with 4 points is Momokogo. She is 2-9. She has victories over Micah, and Saki Kashima just recently got the victory over Micah. So congratulations to Momokogo on a big upset victory over Micah. And she has 9 losses to Koguma, Utami Hayashishita, Azumi, Tam Nakano, Himeka, Mai Sakurai, Shuri, Risa Sera, and Saki. She has one match left, which is against Unagi Sayaka. Alrighty. Oh, man, I skipped over Unagi. Actually, Unagi is at the bottom with 2 points. So let me go back to Unagi Sayaka. So she's at the bottom with 2 points. She is 1-10. She has the one victory over Saki Kashima, 10 losses to Koguma, Utami Hayashishita, Azumi, Tam Nakano, Maika, Himeka, Mai Sakurai, Shuri, Risa Sera, and Saki. Excuse me. She has the one match left against Momokogo. So Unagi's at 2 points. Momokogo's at 4 points. Sitting at 9 points is Mai Sakurai. And Mai Sakurai has actually completed all of her matches. So she finishes with a final record of 4-7-1. Mai Sakurai got victories over Momokogo, Unagi Sayaka, Himeka, and Saki Kashima. 7 losses to Koguma, Utami Hayashishita, Azumi, Tam Nakano, Maika, Shuri, and Saki, and has the one draw with Risa Sera. So that's Mai Sakurai's final record as her matches have been completed. We have 2 ladies sitting at 10 points. Both Sakis, actually. Saki Kashima and Saki, both 5-6. So Saki Kashima, 5-6-0, wins over Utami Hayashishita, Tam Nakano, Maika, Shuri, and Risa Sera, and losses to Koguma, Momokogo, Unagi Sayaka, Himeka, Mai Sakurai, and Saki. She has the one match left, which is against Azumi. And then Saki, who's also 5-6, she has victories over Koguma, Momokogo, Unagi Sayaka, Mai Sakurai, Saki Kashima, and losses to Utami Hayashishita, Azumi, Maika, Himeka, Shuri, and Risa Sera. Her final match will be against Tam Nakano. Okay, we got one lady with 12 points, and that's Koguma. So Koguma is 6-5 with victories over Momokogo, Azumi, Unagi Sayaka, Mai Sakurai, Shuri, Saki Kashima. Losses to Tam Nakano, Maika, Himeka, Risa Sera, and Saki. She has one match left against Utami Hayashishita. Okay, we have one lady with 13 points, and that is Risa Sera. Risa Sera is 6-4-1. She has victories over Koguma, Momokogo, Azumi, Unagi Sayaka, Maika, and Saki. She has losses to Utami Hayashishita, Tam Nakano, Himeka, and Saki Kashima, and the one draw against Mai Sakurai. Let's see. She has one match left, and it's against Shuri. Ooh, that's a big one. That's a really big one. We have 6 ladies. 6 ladies sitting at 14 points. And they are Utami Hayashishita, Azumi, Tam Nakano, Maika, Himeka, and Shuri. All 6 of these ladies are 7-4. All 6 of them. All 6. So let's look into their matches. Shuri, she has victories over Momokogo, Azumi, Tam Nakano, Unagi Sayaka, Himeka, Mai Sakurai, and Saki. 4 losses to Koguma, Utami Hayashishita, Maika, and Saki Kashima. Her final match will be against Risa Sera. Himeka, she has victories over Koguma, Momokogo, Utami Hayashishita, Unagi Sayaka, Saki Kashima, Risa Sera, and Saki. She has 4 losses to Azumi, Tam Nakano, Mai Sakurai, and Shuri. Her final match will be against Maika. Okay, Maika has victories over Koguma, Utami Hayashishita, Azumi, Unagi Sayaka, Mai Sakurai, Shuri, and Saki. 4 losses to Momokogo, Tam Nakano, Saki Kashima, and Risa Sera. Her final match will be against Himeka. Tam Nakano. She has victories over Koguma, Momokogo, Unagi Sayaka, Maika, Himeka, Mai Sakurai, and Risa Sera. She has 4 losses to Utami Hayashishita, Azumi, Shuri, and Saki Kashima. And her final match will be against Saki. Azumi. She has victories over Momokogo, Utami Hayashishita, Tam Nakano, Unagi Sayaka, Himeka, Mai Sakurai, and Saki. Her losses were to Koguma, Maika, Shuri, and Risa Sera. Her final match will be against Saki Kashima. And then Utami Hayashishita. She has victories over Momokogo, Tam Nakano, Unagi Sayaka, Mai Sakurai, Shuri, Risa Sera, and Saki. 4 losses to Azumi, Maika, Himeka, and Saki Kashima. And her final match will be against Koguma. Okay, so let's take a deeper look at this. So we know for sure, as of now, the ladies that are mathematically eliminated from the Red Stars, Momokogo, Unagi Sayaka, Mai Sakurai, Saki Kashima, and Saki. So 5 ladies. Koguma is technically still alive, but she's going to need a lot of help. So Koguma's final match is against Utami. Koguma needs to win to at least finish with 14 points. I don't think a tie will be good enough, of course. So Koguma has to win, and she's going to need a lot of other ladies to lose. Like, it's going to be tough. But I don't believe Koguma is officially eliminated yet. But she's going to need some help. She's going to need to win her final match. And then she's going to need folks like Azumi and Tam Nakano to lose. Well, actually, no, actually, now that I look at it, I think Koguma might not have a shot. Because here's the thing. Maika versus Himeka, that's their final match. And both Maika and Himeka have 14 points. So even if Maika or Himeka win or tie, Koguma doesn't have a chance. Because even in a draw, both ladies get 1 point. So actually, I don't think Koguma has a shot. So yeah. And the thing is, both ladies, both Maika and Himeka have beaten Koguma. So actually, I think Koguma's mathematically eliminated. Yeah. Actually, that's true. Yeah, she's mathematically eliminated. So, and then Risa Sera. So Risa Sera is technically still in it, but she's going to need some help. She has 13 points. If she can get a win, she'll get 15 points, and that way, so she'll need to beat Shuri, which is her final match, and then she's going to need she's going to need Maika and Himeka to draw. She's going to need Tam Nakano, Azumi, and Utami to lose. Yeah, that is the only chance that Risa Sera has to make it to the finals. She needs to beat Shuri. She needs Micah and Himeka to be a draw. And she needs Tam Nakano, Azumi, and Utami to lose. That's the only chance Risa Sera has to make it to the finals out of the Red Stars. But, man, it's close because a lot of ladies have 14 points. So it's really, really close. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. The rest of the Red Stars matches will be on October 1st, the finals day. So look forward to that. Okay, let's head over to the Blue Stars. Okay, Blue Stars incoming. 1 second. Okay, Blue Stars. So sitting at the bottom, although no longer winless, ladies and gentlemen, she finally picked up a victory, and that's Hanan. She has 2 points. She has a record of 1-10. She finally picked up a victory. She was able to defeat Mina Shirakawa. And then the 10 losses were to Mayu Iwatani, Hazuki, Saya Kamatani, Natsupoi, Julia, Mirai, Ami Sourei, Momo Watanabe, Starlight Kid, and Suzu Suzuki. Her final match will be against Saya Ida, but thank God Hanan didn't finish winless. Thank you, Lord. Next, we have Saya Ida with 4 points. She finishes she has 2 and 8. She's 2 and 8. Victories over Hazuki and Momo Watanabe, but losses to Mayu Iwatani, Saya Kamatani, Natsupoi, Mina Shirakawa, Julia, Ami Sourei, Starlight Kid, and Suzu Suzuki. She actually has 2 matches left against Hanan and Mirai. All right. Mina Shirakawa has 8 points. She has a record of 4-7. She has victories over Saya Ida, Saya Kamatani, which might be match of the entire tournament. Definitely one of Mina Shirakawa's best, if not her best match in Stardom. But yeah, victories over Saya Ida, Saya Kamatani, Ami Sourei, and Momo Watanabe. 7 losses to Mayu Iwatani, Hazuki, Hanan, Julia, Mirai, Starlight Kid, and Suzu Suzuki. But yeah, her final match will be against Natsupoi. We have 2 ladies with 10 points, which are Ami Sourei and Momo Watanabe. So Ami Sourei is 5-6. Victories over Hazuki, Saya Ida, Hanan, Mirai, and Momo Watanabe, but losses to Mayu Iwatani, Natsupoi, Mina Shirakawa, Julia, Starlight Kid, and Suzu Suzuki. She has 1 match left, which is against Saya Kamatani. Momo Watanabe is also 5-6, with victories over Mayu Iwatani, Hanan, Natsupoi, Julia, Starlight Kid. Losses to Saya Ida, Saya Kamatani, Mina Shirakawa, Mirai, Ami Sourei, and Suzu Suzuki. She has 1 match left, which is against Hazuki. Okay, we have 2 ladies with 12 points. Natsupoi and Suzu Suzuki. So Natsupoi is 6-5. She has victories over Saya Ida, Mayu Iwatani, Hanan, Mirai, Ami Sourei, and Suzu Suzuki. She has losses to Hazuki, Saya Kamatani, Julia, Momo Watanabe, and Starlight Kid. She has 1 match left, which is against Mina Shirakawa. All right, Suzu Suzuki. She is 6-4 with wins over Saya Ida, Hanan, Saya Kamatani, Mina Shirakawa, Ami Sourei, and Momo Watanabe. Her losses were against Hazuki, Mayu Iwatani, Natsupoi, and Mirai. She has 2 matches left, which are against Starlight Kid and Julia. Okay. We have 1, 2, 3 ladies sitting at 13 points, which are Mayu Iwatani, Saya Kamatani, and Mirai. Let's take a look at Mayu. Mayu is 6-4-1 with victories over Hazuki, Saya Ida, Hanan, Mina Shirakawa, Ami Sourei, and Suzu Suzuki. The 4 losses were to Saya Kamatani, Natsupoi, Mirai, and Momo Watanabe, and then the 1 draw against Julia. And Mayu's final match will be against Starlight Kid. Ooh, that ought to be good. Okay, let's take a look at Saya Kamatani. She is also 6-4-1 with victories over Mayu Iwatani, Hazuki, Saya Ida, Hanan, Natsupoi, and Momo Watanabe. 4 losses to Mina Shirakawa, Julia, Starlight Kid, and Suzu Suzuki. And one draw against Mirai. Her final match will be against Ami Sourei. And then Mirai, who's also 6-4-1. She has victories over Mayu Iwatani, Hanan, Mina Shirakawa, Julia, Momo Watanabe, and Suzu Suzuki. She has 4 losses to Hazuki, Natsupoi, Ami Sourei, and Starlight Kid, and the 1 tie with Saya Kamatani. Mirai has 1 match left, which is against Saya Ida. All right, we got 2 ladies. 2 ladies with 14 points, which are Hazuki and Starlight Kid. Hazuki is 7-4. She's lost 4 straight. But her wins are over Hanan, Natsupoi, Mina Shirakawa, Julia, Mirai, Starlight Kid, and Suzu Suzuki. Her 4 losses were to Mayu Iwatani, Saya Ida, Saya Kamatani, and Ami Sourei. She has 1 match left, which is against Momo Watanabe. All right, Starlight Kid. Starlight Kid is 7-3. She has victories over Saya Ida, Hanan, Saya Kamatani, Natsupoi, Mina Shirakawa, Mirai, and Ami Sourei. 3 losses are to Hazuki, Julia, and Momo Watanabe. She has 2 matches left against Mayu Iwatani and Suzu Suzuki. And then sitting at the top of the Blue Stars with 15 points right now is Julia. Julia is 7-3-1. She has victories over Saya Ida, Hanan, Saya Kamatani, Natsupoi, Mina Shirakawa, Ami Sourei, and Starlight Kid. She has 3 losses to Hazuki, Mirai, and Momo Watanabe, and the 1 draw with Mayu Iwatani. She has her final match, which will be against Suzu Suzuki. All right, let's take a deeper dive. So for the Blue Stars, the ladies that are mathematically eliminated as of now are Saya Ida, Hanan, Natsupoi, Mina Shirakawa, Ami Sourei, Momo Watanabe. So those 6 ladies are mathematically eliminated. Now, Mayu Iwatani is still in it, but she's going to need help. Well, yeah, she's going to need help. Because, I mean, if Mayu beats Starlight Kid, well, and if Julia wins, or if Julia loses, then both Mayu and Julia will be stuck at 15 points at 7, 7, 4, and 1. And the thing is, they both tied with each other because their match was a draw. I wonder how would they work that out, actually. I wonder how they would break that tie if it came down to that. Yeah, that's interesting. Let's see. And then there's Saya Kamatani. Saya Kamatani needs to win. She needs to win in order to have a chance. Like I said, Natsupoi is mathematically eliminated. I think as long as Julia wins her match, she'll finish with 17 points and she'll win the Blue Stars. So all Julia has to do is win her match and Julia wins. Because even if Suzu Suzuki were to win both of her matches, Suzu Suzuki can only get 16 points. If Julia wins, she finishes with 17 points. So, yeah. Hey, what's up, Jesse? Yeah, Shida 2 belts. Yeah, she's been killing it in Japan. Championship and Ice Ribbon, championship and Wave. She's been killing it. And she's also been wrestling with Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, doing her thing in Makai. Yeah, Shida staying busy. That's for sure. She stays busy. But yeah, if Julia wins her match, she wins the Blue Stars. And she will make it to the finals. But it's going to be tough because Julia's final match is against Suzu Suzuki. So right now, it doesn't matter too much what everything else happens. If Julia wins, she takes it. Because the thing is, even if Hazuki won her final match, she would finish with 16 points. So a lot of folks are going to be banking on Julia losing in order to have a chance. That's what this Blue Stars bracket's going to come down to. And then we actually got 2 of the Blue Star matches at Stardom In Showcase. So actually, let's go ahead and get into the card for Stardom In Showcase volume number 2. Okay. Let me see. Also, before I do anything else, congratulations to Azumi for another successful high-speed championship defense. She defended it in a 3-way, defeating Hazuki and Fukiken Death. So kudos to her. Azumi, still your high-speed champion. Okay, so let's take a look at this Stardom In Showcase Volume 2 card. So this event will feature DJ Pretty Dragon again, just like she did in the first one. Let's see. We're going to have a Falls Count Anywhere 4-way match between Mayu Iwatani, Azumi, Ram Kaicho, and Maika. Kind of hard to pick. Oh, and let me know if the audio is still good on y'all's side, those that are tuning in, or if there's any issues. Do let me know. I had to replug in my my Yeti. Mayu, Azumi, Ram Kaijo, Micah. Audio is good. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you for confirming. Mayu, Azumi, Ram Kaicho, or Micah? I don't know. You know what? I'm going to just pick randomly. I'm going to go with Micah. I'm going to say Micah gets the victory. Because honestly, like either of those four ladies could win personally. So I'm going to go with Micah. Micah for the victory. Okay. We have a Blue Stars match between Saya Ida and Hanan, 2 star stablemates going at it. You know what? I'm going to say Hanan gets her second win and defeats Saya Ida. I'm picking Hanan to win. We have the other Blue Stars match, Suzu Suzuki versus Starlight Kid. Ooh. Oh, man. You know what? I think it's going to be close, but I'm picking Suzu Suzuki to win. I think Suzu's going to win at least one of her final 2 matches. I think she's going to beat her. So I'm picking Suzu Suzuki to defeat Starlight Kid. We also have a hardcore match. We have a hardcore tag team match. Julia and Rina Yamashita will take on Momo Watanabe and Ruoka. Yeah. I'm picking Julia and Rina to get the victory. I think this should be very intense. And hopefully this match lasts at least a good bit of time. Because, you really don't see hardcore matches in Stardom. But being that this is Stardom In Showcase, where any type of match can happen, I hope this gets plenty of time. But I see Julia and Rina taking it. We also have another Cosmic Rules match. This time, it is a 3-way tag team end of summer Cosmic Rules match. And the teams are Tam Nakano and Natsupoi, the current Goddess of Stardom champions, versus Mina Shirakawa and Unagi Sayaka versus Colors Saki and Hikari Shimizu. Jesse says Rina's GCW matches were awesome. Yeah, I've heard. Like, I just thought it was quite a surprise seeing her appear in Stardom, but I could see her and Julia doing some sick damage. So should be fun. Should be really fun. Who do I think will win this Cosmic Rules match? I mean, I expect there to be probably water guns again and bikinis and stuff like that. I mean, just like there was last time. So, I'm going to just go randomly and just say Mina Shirakawa and Unagi Sayaka. I think with those two teaming up and their shenanigans, I think those two ladies win this match. Unagi's probably gonna snatch the bras off of all the other competitors, kind of like how she did Mina. But yeah, I'm gonna pick Mina Shirakawa and Unagi Sayaka. And then we have the Grim Reaper Army versus the Rasio-Gawa Bodyguard Army. Trios match. And this is actually a Captain's Fall match. It'll be Shuri Utami Hayashishita and Lady C taking on you, who was revealed as one of the Grim Reapers last time, and then two other ladies that are Grim Reapers, which will probably be revealed at the show. I'm guessing you is going to be the captain of the Grim Reaper army, and I'm guessing Shuri is going to be the captain of the bodyguard army, I would think, perhaps. But I'm picking Shuri, Utami Hayashishita, and Lady C to pick up the victory. I know despite Lady C, you know, I think Lady C will be on the winning side. I think Utami and Shuri will do enough to carry Lady C through the match. Jesse says Chihiro Hashimoto is my guess for one of the mysterious wrestlers. Ooh, if that's one of them, then shoot. Then that's going to be tough for the bodyguard army. That would be tough for the bodyguard army. Whew. Who knows? Maybe one of them's also Mei Hoshizuki. I think it would be cool if Mei Hoshizuki was one of them as well. That'd be really cool. I would love to see that. But 6 matches for Stardom In Showcase Volume 2. So definitely looking forward to checking that out. And it has been announced. One of the entrants for the IWGP Women's Championship Tournament, who will face the winner of Ava White versus Alpha Female. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. She just had a birthday the other day. The Pirate Princess, Kairi, is in the IWGP Women's Championship Tournament. And if you ask me, I think we can go ahead and say that she's going to end up being in the finals. I mean, what a great addition to compete, to become the first ever IWGP Women's Champion. I love it. I love it. And also, don't forget, keep in mind that top 4 ladies between Donna Del Mundo, Stars, Queen's Quest, and Oedo Tai that finish the strongest in the 5-star Grand Prix will be the 4 competitors on the Stardom side to compete in this tournament. So keep that in mind as well. But yes, Kairi will be in this tournament. She is all good and ready to go. And to be honest, I could even see Kairi winning it. I mean, why not? Kairi being the first ever IWGP Women's Champion, I would love to see that. I would love to see that. And like I said, I know a lot of folks, there's some folks that could see Utami winning it. And there's a lot of folks that could see Julia winning it. But I think the main argument with Julia is that there's a lot of talk that maybe perhaps they want a full-blooded Japanese wrestler to be the first champion, which at the same time, if that's the case, why even have international competitors compete? It's a fair argument. So there's that. John Elite, what's up? Alpha Female was Jazzy Gabert in WWE, right? Yes, that is correct. Same woman. Yep, the same Jazzy Gabert that competed in the Mae Young Classic. You are right, my brother. So yes, Kairi will face the winner between Ava White and Alpha Female. So that's exciting. That's really exciting. And like I said, I would not be surprised if Kairi made it to the finals. I would not be surprised at all. But I have to say, for this 5-star Grand Prix tournament, Mina Shirakawa versus Saya Kamatani is my pick for match of the entire tournament. I mean, Mina, she earned that victory. She definitely earned that victory. Hitting an avalanche implant DDT and then a glamorous screwdriver. Oh, man, that was an impressive victory by Mina Shirakawa. Don't sleep on her. Yes, she is gorgeous, but Mina Shirakawa can go in the ring. That woman can go in the ring. And you know something? I would not be mad if she got a shot at the Wonder of Stardom Championship. I think she deserves a shot at the Wonder of Stardom Championship just from that victory alone. That's right, I said it. That's right, I said it. But anyways, that is it for Stardom. A quick note on New Japan Pro Wrestling. Great. Freaking House of Torture just got back the never open weight 6-man championships. Why? House of Torture sucks. Why are they champions again? They suck. That's like the worst stable ever. That's the worst stable ever. Why are they champions again? This is bullcrap. But yeah, they beat Chaos. Man, screw House of Torture, man. They suck. House of Torture sucks. And don't forget, David Finlay has an IWGP US Heavyweight Championship match coming up. Will Ospreay will defend the title. And it's also announced that at Declaration of Power on October 10th, Tama Tonga will get a shot at Jay White for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. So that should be good. That should be really good. But screw House of Torture. Anyway, moving on. Let's take a look at AEW. AEW had Grand Slam, Dynamite Grand Slam and Rampage Grand Slam. So let's take a look at Dynamite Grand Slam. Okay, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Of course, the first match was for the ROH World Championship. Jericho challenges Claudio. I mean, which was a good match. Don't get me wrong, but honestly, I was kind of upset at the outcome. Low blow. Chris Jericho is now your ROH World Champion, and this is not a shot or a knock on Chris Jericho, but it just annoys the crap out of me. You had Claudio, somebody in the 6 years of wrestling for ROH who never held the ROH World Championship. You finally crown him champion, and he barely even has a 50-day run, only to drop the title to Jericho, which word is supposedly this is to help speed up an ROH TV deal happening because Jericho is a big name. What the heck? So Claudio's not a big name? Who's an ROH alumni? Like, make that make sense. I'm not knocking against Jericho, but you had a ROH alumni who never won the top title, finally hold the top title. Let Claudio eat. Give him a title run. Like, I don't understand how this is supposed to speed up a TV deal. It makes no sense to me. If anything, the only thing this does was adds to Jericho's resume of winning big name titles in multiple promotions. John Elite says Jericho got the Ocho. Didn't expect it to end like that. Honestly, I didn't either. And it's just, nothing against Jericho, but it's just disappointing that you had a guy like Claudio who just won that title for the first time, and he loses it barely like 50, 55 days into his title reign. Like, I don't get it. It's mind-boggling to me. I would have to say the biggest win of the evening was, of course, and new AEW Tag Team Champions, The Acclaim, in their rematch against Swerve and Our Glory, was able to dethrone Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee. Although, let's keep in mind, despite them being faces, they did cheat. But everyone loves The Acclaimed. Honestly, I figured they were going to win the rematch. I kind of feel like they got the rematch pretty quick. But, I mean, if anything, I think this probably will help escalate Swerve turning on Keith Lee. So, there's that. But I could see The Acclaim having a good, long title run. I think they deserve it. I think they definitely deserve it. They've been consistent. The fans love them. And, they got a good thing going. So congratulations to Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. Well-deserved, well-earned. They are your new AEW Tag Team Champions. John Elite says, glad to see Acclaim finally get the titles. Much deserved this time around. Well-deserved. Yeah, agreed. They got it done. Oh, and kudos to Keith Lee doing a Hurricane Rana. That was impressive. That was very impressive. But then again, he's limitless. Poor Wheeler Yuta. Oh, man. Wheeler Yuta getting dissed badly by MJF. Yuta getting taken down, got decked by MJF with the Dynamite diamond ring. Just poor Yuta. Love Caster's raps. Hilarious. Oh, absolutely. They're always enjoyable. We have the AEW All-Atlantic Championship match as Orange Cassidy challenged Pac. This was another great match. Definitely back and forth. Really could have gone either way, but I think they made the right call. Although Pac did use a heel move, which, I mean, Pac has really kind of been a heel ever since the King of the Cruiserweights in WWE. I don't think he's not been a heel in a long time. You know what I mean? So Yuta got burned badly by MJF. Yeah, and it sucks too, being that he just lost the ROH Pure Championship to Daniel Garcia. But yeah, Pac decked Orange Cassidy with the ring bell hammer, and then was able to get the 1, 2, 3. But like I said, heel move from Pac, not surprised. But it would have been too early for Pac to lose the title. So it was the right call. It was definitely the right call. You had a fatal 4-way for the AEW Interim Women's World Championship. Toni Storm defending against Serena Deeb, Athena, and Dr. Baker DMD. All 4 ladies were showcased pretty well. Excuse me. Britt Baker busted up nose again, which is nothing new for her, being that she has a t-shirt with her face and everything bloodied up. So Britt Baker got bloodied up, and Athena showing off her brute strength, fall away slamming 2 ladies. That was pretty impressive. Athena been bulking up a little bit, I see. But when it was all said and done, Toni Storm did get the victory to retain the title. There was a beatdown afterwards. Jamie Hayter came to the ring, looked like she was going to deck Britt Baker, but nope. She ended up joining in on the beatdown of Toni Storm. What the heck was all of that buildup for Jamie Hayter, and then no turn happens? Like, what was the point of that? What was the point of that? All that buildup, and it's like, nah, we're still cool. We're still cool. I don't get that. I really don't get that at all. It just, yeah, I don't get that. Where are we going with Britt and Jamie at this point? Brother, I have no clue. I have no clue. That's a good question. But then a big surprise, a big ginormous surprise, as Saraya, most of y'all know her as Paige, enters AEW, comes into the ring. Of course, she didn't have to clear house as folks left the ring on their own volition. And of course, you could read her lips. This is my house. Now, of course, she ended up raising the hands of Toni Storm and Athena. But Saraya is all elite. And word is, according to her, I believe she confirmed on one of her streams that she is cleared to wrestle. Y'all, I can't wait to see what she's got. Saraya to AEW, this is big. This is really big. So we'll see what happens, but she got a massive, massive pop. She's got a massive, massive pop in AEW. So definitely looking forward to see her go at it in the ring. John Lee says, surprised to see Saraya in AEW. She looked unrecognizable. This has to sting for Triple H. Which I heard word that WWE did try to reach back out to get her back, but too little too late. But I heard that they did try to reach back out to her. But yeah, she's all elite now. And then the main event for Dynamite was the finals of the Grand Slam Tournament of Champions. Jon Moxley versus the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. And this was an incredible match. Definitely an incredible match. Back and forth. But when it was all said and done, Moxley had in the bulldog choke, the rear naked choke and whatnot. Bryan Danielson passed out. And once again, Jon Moxley is your new AEW World Champion. And then apparently there was a moment at the end before the camera cut where Bryan Danielson shoved William Regal. So I don't know what's going on with the Blackpool Combat Club. But right now, Mox is the only one holding a title. Mox is the only one holding a title. So it's crazy. It's crazy. But Mox got the belt back. Moxley is the first ever 3-time AEW champ. Yeah. Actually, I think this might make him 4-time. If they're counting the interim championship, then I think this makes him a 4-time. if they're counting the interim title. Hold up. Let me see something here. Okay, well, 3-time. I guess they're not counting the interim. Interim will be separate. So, yeah, you're right. 3-time. 3-time, 3-time, 3-time. Okay. Rampage. So, the biggest shocker happened in the first match. At the end of the first match, I would say. Excuse me. Or like near the end of the first match. So Rampage opened up with the no DQ match, tag team match. Darby Allin and Sting versus the House of Black's Brody King and Buddy Matthews. Now, of course, it was definitely back and forth. But like I said, usually Sting doesn't lose matches in AEW. And there was a point where they actually had Sting in a chair, chained up. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, entrance music hits, graphic appears, and it's the freaking Great Muta in AEW. My all-time favorite wrestler, the Great Muta, arrives in AEW. Comes to the ring, looks like he's going to take out Sting. You got to remember, Sting and the Great Muta have a long history and is one of my favorite rivalries in pro wrestling. But as much as they have faced each other, they have also teamed up before. And sure enough, Sting ended up getting saved by the Great Muta as the Great Muta took out Buddy Matthews with a dragon screw, poison mist to the face, a scorpion death drop, and a pin. 1, 2, 3. Darby Allin and Sting get the victory, and Sting and the Great Muta share a moment in the ring with a handshake and a hug. And it has been confirmed that Sting will be in Pro Wrestling Noah for the Great Muta's retirement match. Now, we don't know. We don't know if he's going to be competing against him or teaming with him, but it has been confirmed that Sting will be at Pro Wrestling Noah in January, I believe, for the Great Muta's final retirement match. I love it. I love it. What better way to see the Great Muta off than one of his old rivals, Sting, in attendance? I love it. Good move, AEW. I love it. He had a tag team match, Action Bronson and FTW champion Hook taking on Angelo Parker and Matt Menard of the JAS. Honestly, it really wasn't a match that I was invested in, but you had double red drum submissions on both guys. Both tapped out. Action Bronson and Hook win. But like I said, it really wasn't a match that I was so invested in, personally. We had Wardlow or Wardlow and Samoa Joe team up and took on Josh Woods and Tony Nese. That could have been a longer match, personally, but Wardlow and Samoa Joe were just too much for Josh Woods and Tony Nese. And of course, Smart Mark Sterling got powerbombed a couple of times, and that was the end of that. But yeah, I don't know if this is a tag team they're going to stick with for a while, but they need to really do something with Wardlow and Samoa Joe outside of this team up. They need to do something with them, especially Samoa Joe, being he's in his first ever ROH World Television Championship run. So, and then they need to start lining up folks for Wardlow to take on and defend the TNT Championship. Jungle Boy and Ray Phoenix put on a clinic. They put on a clinic. I think that was about best match of the night right there. Jungle Boy and Ray Phoenix, that was an excellent match. Definitely back and forth. Could have gone either way, but Jungle Boy was just a little bit better and was able to get the roll up on Ray Phoenix to get the 1, 2, 3. Jungle Boy with an excellent, excellent victory over Ray Phoenix, but both gentlemen did a great job. John Elite says, hope Wardlow defends the TNT title more often. I hope so, too. He needs to. He needs to. It's been kind of slacking. But, of course, after the match, Luchasaurus, Christian appears. Luchasaurus chokeslams Jungle Boy, and they stand tall over Jungle Boy. So that's still a thing. That's still a thing. So we'll just have to wait and see. Luchasaurus, if he gets that match against Jungle Boy soon, hopefully soon. So we had a really, really kind of dumb finish with the match between Sammy Guevar and Eddie Kingston. So Eddie Kingston pretty much, for the most part, beat the crap out of Sammy Guevara and then put him in the stretch plum. But because Eddie Kingston wouldn't let go, the referee reversed the decision and awarded the victory to Sammy Guevara. Kingston got pissed and started laying out security and everybody in the ring. But just, oh, man. Apparently, Jerry Lynn had to come down and talk some sense into Eddie Kingston. But I just think it's kind of dumb because you see other times with finishes like that where it takes a while for them to let go of the hold, but yet they don't reverse the decision. It's rare that the decision is reversed. So really kind of a dumb ending personally, but dislike the ending to this match. Yeah, me too. Did not like that ending at all. And this next match, I mean, anybody could have called this next match. TBS title match, Diamante with Trina versus Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill wins. What happens? Trina turns on Diamante. Everybody could see that coming from a mile away. And now Trina's a baddie. Too easy. Too easy. But once again, still undefeated. Match that didn't last long. Jade Cargill still your TBS champion. Anyway. The Grand Slam Golden Ticket Battle Royal. This was interesting. This was really, really interesting. I mean, you had a lot of folks in this match. I mean, Hangman Adam Page, Butcher and the Blade, Dark Order. Or wait, they came to help out Adam Page. You had Roosh, you had QT Marshall. You had Danhausen. You even had Brian Cage. You had Brian Cage. That was cool. Best Friends, Jake Hager, Dante Martin, Dalton Castle, and the boys were there as well. Daniel Garcia, Matt Hardy, Lee Moriarty, Lance Archer was in it. Penta, El Zero Miedo, Jay Lethal. You had a lot of names. You had a lot of big names. When it came down to it, the two remaining wrestlers were Hangman Adam Page and Roosh. Roosh and Hangman were on the apron. Hangman was able to hit the dead eye on Roosh to eliminate him. And Hangman Adam Page gets an AEW World title shot. So he's back in the title picture. I would have really wanted somebody else to win, but I mean, I guess I'm okay with Hangman Adam Page. But I really would have wanted somebody else to get that shot personally. But that's just me. And then we had the lights out match main event, Powerhouse Hobbs versus Absolute Ricky Starks. It was pretty brutal. It was pretty brutal, back and forth, but was very, very impressed with Ricky Starks being able to hoist the man up and hit him with the Rochambeau. And finally, Ricky Starks with a victory over Powerhouse Hobbs, getting the last laugh. It's a big victory, really big victory, but I don't think it's over between these two. I definitely don't think it's over between these two. So we'll see what happens going forward, but an incredible match. Ricky Starks, crowd was behind him, and I think he's got quite a future coming up in AEW. But we'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. But Dynamite Grand Slam, Rampage Grand Slam was definitely good. Was a good week for AEW. John Elite says that spot Ricky took with the chairs back against the other looked gruesome. Oh, yeah, when he got dropped back first on the two chairs side by side. Ooh, yeah. Ugh. 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 Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty gruesome, but took the bump like a champ. Took the bump like a champ. It was crazy, but incredible. Quite incredible. A quick note on Impact Wrestling. So they had Victory Road, and there was quite a few surprises that happened at Victory Road. Delirious actually wrestled for the X Division title against Speedball Mike Bailey. Haven't seen Delirious in a hot minute. And Delirious was also a trainer for ROH as well as a wrestler for ROH. But yeah, Delirious and Speedball Mike Bailey. Speedball got the victory, but it was nice to see Delirious in an Impact Wrestling ring. Bobby Fish shows up in Impact Wrestling. And I tell you, did not see that. Did not expect that at all. I mean, Bobby Fish, and then took out Raj Singh and Mahabali Shera. I don't know. And it's kind of interesting to see Bobby Fish debut as a face. That was really interesting as well. Yeah, shocked to see Bobby Fish show up on Victory Road. Yeah, that was interesting. And word is he's trying to get Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly to jump ship as well and join him, but I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, Kyle O'Reilly is still rehabbing his neck injury, and I think Adam Cole is happy with AEW, but word is Bobby Fish was trying to get them to jump ship. But yeah. And I think Bobby Fish originally wanted to go back to WWE, but yeah, guess that's not happening. But Max the Impaler had a Knockouts World Championship title shot against Jordan Grace. Max the Impaler has been very busy. I mean, between the States and Japan. She was recently in Japan for Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. So Max the Impaler has been very busy all over the world. It was good to see her get a title shot. And, Jordan Grace got the victory, but hey, mad kudos to Max the Impaler. It was good to see her. It was definitely good to see her. John Elite says all three members of the Undisputed Era are now in 4 different companies. Bobby Fish and Impact, Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly and AEW, and Roderick Strong and WWE. Yeah. Or yeah. all four members in three different companies. That's right. Yeah. All four members in three different companies. Yeah. They spread out. They'd be spread out. And apparently it got announced that Raven will be inducted into the Impact Wrestling Hall of Fame at Bound for Glory. Quote the Raven, nevermore. So that's a pretty big deal. Definitely a very big deal. And the Motor City Machine Guns got themselves a tag title shot at Bound for Glory against Matt Taven and Mike Bennett. So that should be good. They were able to defeat PCO and Vincent, as well as previously defeat Aussie Open to become number one contenders. So Motor City Machine Guns on fire. Those are my boys. So they've been on fire. Mickie James is continuing her winning ways. She picked up the victory over Giselle Shaw. Remember, this is part of her quest to the Knockouts title. And remember, if she loses along the way, she's done. Keep that in mind. If she loses, she's done. Frankie Kazarian earned himself a shot at the X Division title and will get that shot at Bound for Glory against Speedball Mike Bailey. Josh Alexander recently got pinned at Victory Road, something that hasn't happened in a long time, as Eddie Edwards was able to pin him. This was in a tag team, I believe, trios match. It was Josh Alexander, Rich Swann, and Heath versus Honor No More's Eddie Edwards, Matt Taven, and Mike Bennett. So, wow, that's pretty big. Josh Alexander hasn't been pinned in a long time. So, I think Eddie Edwards probably is going to end up getting a title shot. Maybe he gets the title shot at Bound for Glory. Steve Macklin wins the Barbed Wire Massacre against Moose and Sammy Callahan. That's kind of a shocker. That's a shocker. Did not expect that at all. But, yeah, it's crazy. But just some notes from Victory Road. And like I said, it looks like Bound for Glory is their next pay-per-view, which is, of course, Impact Wrestling's big pay-per-view. One thing I wanted to note, and I had a discussion like this with a friend of mine in one of the wrestling discords. I got to keep it real with y'all. When it comes to Impact Wrestling, like we were talking about, why is there, not a women's tag team division in Impact Wrestling despite having a knockout tag team titles? Let's keep it real. Those knockout tag team titles in Impact Wrestling are irrelevant. They're not prestigious at all. You know why they're irrelevant? You know why they're not prestigious? Do y'all remember who the longest reigning knockout tag team champions are? Give Up, Eric Young, and ODB. Had those titles 478 days until they were vacated / deactivated. That should tell you something. Those knockout tag titles, I don't care if you have 30 women's tag teams. Those title belts are not relevant. They're irrelevant. They are useless. They are not prestigious. They are trash. Being that your longest reigning champs were Eric Young and ODB. I rest my case. Moving on. just a little bit of WWE. John Lee says, is Bound for Glory considered Impact's WrestleMania? Pretty much. Yeah, that's their big name show. Yeah, that's their big show. That's their biggest. So yeah, you could say that, John Elite. So Bobby Lashley had a great and successful title defense of the United States Championship against Seth Rollins, and that was quite a counter. He tried to go for the curb stomp and couldn't stomp his head, and his head and neck kept his foot held up. That was pretty cool. That was a really cool spot. The Brawling Brutes originally earned themselves a tag title shot against the Usos. They were able to beat the Street Profits. And once again, the Judgment Day has the last laugh as they defeated Mysterio and Riddle. So that wasn't too surprising. Lashley blocking the curb stomp was a cool spot. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I thought it was pretty funny, but yes, a very great spot. I was digging it. You had a really funny segment with Dexter Lumis pulling a Freddy Krueger and trying to pull the Miz from under the ring. Almost got him. Almost got Ciampa as well. So I thought that was pretty funny. But more Damage Control. Good to see more Damage Control. And Io Shirai. Man, Io Shirai, that is a gorgeous woman. But Damage Control, still looking great. Still looking dominant. Bayley was able to get a victory over Alexa Bliss. And Bayley wants her title shot, wants her Raw Women's Championship title shot at Extreme Rules. So we know we're going to get that. John Elite says, I love Lumis. Me too. Dexter Lumis, that dude is hilarious, and he has been rocking his character strong. Very, very strong. But Raw was pretty decent, Raw was pretty decent. But yeah, Lashley versus Seth Rollins was definitely a banger of a match. NXT. Okay. What the heck was up with them forcing Solo Sikoa to relinquish the NXT North American Championship? Like, really? 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 It's funny. They made him do this now, despite him recently defending it on SmackDown against Madcap Moss. Like, it was so dumb. It was so dumb. And then there's going to be pretty much another tournament or whatnot to determine who's going to qualify to compete for the North American title in a ladder match, I guess, which will take place at Halloween Havoc. Couldn't they have Solo? I mean, honestly, I don't see what the whole issue was with having him relinquish the title. I mean, he defended it on SmackDown, so what's the problem? What's the problem? Couldn't they have just had Solo defend the North American title at Halloween Havoc and have him drop it there instead of stripping him? I mean, personally, I don't even see why they should have strip him or have him drop it. I mean, why not have him rock the title for a while? I mean, shoot. Charlotte has appeared on the main roster when she was NXT Women's Champion before. Like, what's the problem? I really don't understand it. I don't understand it. Nathan Frazier and Axiom. Nathan Frazier evens out the series at 1-1. Let's see. Toxic Attraction defeated Ivy Now and Tatum Paxley. The Dyads still look like dorks. Despite picking a victory in tag team competition over Malik Blade and Idris Enofe, they still look like dorks. Cora Jade beat Wendy Chu. Von Wagner beat Sangha. That was kind of a bummer. Oro Mensah, a.k.a. Oliver Carter, qualified for the Halloween Havoc North American Championship ladder match, defeating Grayson Waller. Grizzled Young Diet still look goofy despite the win. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they look completely terrible. But we know Oliver Carter, Oro Mensah, I hate the name, qualifies, so he'll be in the ladder match. JD McDonough earns himself yet another NXT title shot as he was able to defeat Tyler Bate. But that's not all. Guess who's back? Back again. Dragunov's back. Tell a friend. That's right. Ilya Dragunov at the end of the show appears and is standing in the ring with JD McDonough and Braun Breaker. Ilya Dragunov, he wants some of the action. Championship that he never lost. Now unified, but a championship he's never lost. So, I imagine we're probably going to see a triple threat at Halloween Havoc. Braun Breaker, JD McDonough, Ilya Dragunov. I'm down. I am down. I can dig it. Let's see. A couple of things with Devlin's reaction to Dragunov showing up was hilarious. Oh yeah. He also got quite a big pop too. Got a pretty big pop. So it was good to see that. SmackDown. Welcome back, Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans to SmackDown, but her welcome back didn't go as well as many may have hoped, as Liv Morgan hit a devastating senton through the table. That was a pretty sick spot from Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan showing off her extreme side in preparation for Extreme Rules. Shotzi Blackheart still trying to cause damage control, chaos, and having Raquel Rodriguez's back. So I think I heard word that Shotzi is supposed to be bringing back the Tank. We'll see, but I think she's supposed to be bringing back the Tank. It's been announced that Sheamus will get an Intercontinental title shot on SmackDown on October 7th. So Sheamus will get another shot. We know that Karrion Kross versus Drew McIntyre at Extreme Rules will be a strap match. That's going to be a strap match. So that's going to be interesting. I hope Shotzi brings the Tank back. I do too. I love that part of her gimmick. I really do. So definitely looking forward to that. Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn and the Bloodline. Mr. Honorary Oos, Sami Zayn. Oh, man. I really hate this angle. But it's going to eventually blow up. But that's pretty much all that I have. Still trying to find out who this White Rabbit is, but supposedly it's Bray Wyatt, but don't know for sure. There was a lot of folks talking about maybe a stable, an angle with Karrion Kross, Bray Wyatt, and Braun Strowman reuniting. So that could happen. I don't know. We'll see. That's a lot of star power there. The last strap match we had in WWE was Fiend and Danielson at the Rumble before the pandemic. Really? Wow, that's been a long time. Wow. Good memory. Guess they long overdue, it seems, for a strap match. But yeah, that will be Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross at Extreme Rules. So 3 matches so far. Ronda and Liv for the SmackDown Women's title. Riddle and Seth Rollins inside the fight pit. And Drew and Karrion Kross the strap match. No new matches have been added to Crown Jewel yet. Just still Logan Paul and Roman Reigns for the titles. But yeah. We'll have to see what happens. I thought White Rabbit was going to be Kross since it was his gimmick in Lucha Underground. That was another thing that was mentioned as well, John Elite. But I figured, I don't know if it was due to royalties or whatnot, if, it was going to be called something different. But, I mean, it's possible, but that's a good point. That's a very good point. And you know what? Maybe something will also happen with Lily. Because Lily is still around. Alexa Bliss still carries Lily. And even lately, Asuka's been holding on to Lily for Alexa Bliss. So who knows? Maybe something will happen there. But it's only a matter of time. A lot of people are taking wagers on when they think we'll see Bray Wyatt, who Bray Wyatt has been training recently. So it's only a matter of time before Bray Wyatt shows up. But we shall see. But anyways, I think that will do it for this broadcast. A lot going on. Like I said, got Stardom In Showcase. And then next week, the finals of the 5-Star Grand Prix is coming down to the end. And, and then in 2 weeks, we'll have Extreme Rules. So there's a lot to look forward to. But yeah. Keep your seatbelt strapped in. Keep the hype going. It's going to be awesome. But I want to thank everybody so much for coming through and chatting it up with me. I enjoy doing these and I enjoy having this time spent with y'all. I love it, love it, love it. But while you're at it, like, comment, subscribe, follow, all of the above. Share as well. Thank y'all so much for another Pro Wrestling Talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming on the U to the Tube. I'm Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram, and I hope everybody has a blessed weekend. Happy pro wrestling, and I will see y'all soon in the next stream. Take care. Peace.